Eat this. Yes! Go! Volcano! Eat this. Yes! Go! Volcano! Yes! Go! Volcano! Yes! Go! Volcano! Yes! Go! Volcano! Whoa! Go!
Volcano!
Yes! Go!
Volcano!
Yes! Go!
Volcano!
Yes! Go!
Volcano!
Yes! Go!
Volcano!
Yes!